Some ask, where was this strike weeks ago? Others say this increases the chances of the United States being dragged into a larger conflict. Where do you lie, Jim?
Both of those things are true, but this was a vital and necessary step. And I'm glad we actually involved our allies from the UK and others in this. Freedom of navigation and protection of global trade is one of the main functions of the U.S. Navy. So I think we needed to do it. I don't think we should lose sight of the fact the Houthis are basically a franchise terror operation of the Iranian regime. They are 100% owned and operated by them, as are the militias who've been attacking us in Iraq and Syria, as are Hezbollah and Hamas. So at some point, we're going to have to deal with the spider at the center of this web. We also need to be prepared for an escalation from Iran in other areas. They may tell Hezbollah and other actors to turn up the heat on either Israel or potentially U.S. targets around the world.
Let's talk about another Iranian-backed terror group, and that's Hezbollah out of Lebanon. Very concerning report out of Politico says U.S. officials assess that there is a rising risk Lebanese Hezbollah militants will strike Americans in the Middle East and even potentially hit inside the United States. All of this, Jim, made even more concerning when you consider our open southern border. So what do you think about this?
Anyone of military age who has wanted to walk across our southern border has been able to do so. And the Biden administration, instead of dealing with that as a threat, has welcomed them, given them resources, and moved them throughout the country. So essentially, we've been bringing everyone in with no idea who they are, and now I'm certain that terror groups, including Hezbollah, have used that to place some of their operatives in the United States. They've been running crime syndicate type operations previously in the United States. We've caught them doing that. So there's no chance that they didn't take advantage of this. It's a massive failure by the Biden administration because the United States inside our borders is just one collection of giant soft targets. We can't protect all of it. And if they decide to take advantage of it, they can. And American citizens will die.
Let me just be clear. I think last night's strike was important. But that said, did last night's strike against the Houthis increase the chance of the Houthis or Hezbollah, as Carly mentioned, increasing that chance of an attack on our homeland, do you think?
100%. It has increased that possibility, and we need to act accordingly. That doesn't mean we should fail to do what we need to do as the only global superpower. But we also need to make sure that we're not simply allowing the United States to be infiltrated by anyone with a pair of tennis shoes and a bad attitude.